How to find your natural hair parting. This is something that is fairly simple, but I get a lot of questions about it. You want to start with probably damp hair. So the best thing is after you get out of the shower, this is the time to experiment. Now, if your hair is really short, AKA you don't have hair that comes down to here, then maybe your hair doesn't part. And sometimes if you have maybe a short spiked up haircut and you brush it all back, there is no parting. Typically, the hair will part on its own and you'll start to see the part because of the hair being longer and it wants to split on its own. And that typically is why the hair will start to part. Or if it's something that you've been wearing a very specific hairstyle for most of your life, it's always going to go on that one side because you've trained your hair. Yes, there's a such thing called training your hair, and that is when you've done it so many times, it's like ironing in almost like a permanent wrinkle in your shirt. It's the same thing with your hair. But if you are unsure of where your hair naturally parts, where it naturally flows, that's where things get interesting, simply because it could also affect your hairstyle. And you may be having the wrong hairstyle because you don't have the right parting. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb this hair back like this. And there's one simple technique that you use in order to find your natural parting. So you comb the hair all back, and what you do is you push forward, and the hair will split. Let's do that one more time here, and we'll do it from the front view. I'm going to comb the hair all straight back like so. You're going to take your hand, bring it back, and push forward. And the hair is going to naturally part on its own. So that's going to tell you where your hair is naturally growing. Everybody has a center part or a side part or some sort of parting as their hair gets longer. It doesn't matter, male, female, this happens to everyone. The key into finding the best parting for you and to make sure that you did find it is just look up closely in the mirror. What's going to happen, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here, what's going to happen is as you are looking at your scalp, the hair is going to be growing in a very specific direction. Now, this is a mannequin, so it was stitched in, but it is human hair. However, you could see that even with the stitching, it actually, what it does is it starts to grow in a certain, or be stitched, in your case, grows in a very specific direction. You could see, oh, this hair falls over this way, this hair falls over this way. If you comb your hair back and you bring it back like so and create the same technique and push, before you let go, you'll see where each hair strand is splitting or it's growing. That is going to be the best way for you to style your hair for it to look its best naturally. Now, obviously, if you don't want, because I know this is the next question, well, what if I don't want a middle part? How do I change my parting? I have videos on that, but what you need to do is, one, again, make sure your hair is long enough. The best time to do this is when your hair is damp or wet, like you just got out of the shower, because when your hair is damp, that's when it's the easiest to kind of mold and sculpt and manipulate. So let's just say, for example, that you want to have a side parting instead of a middle parting. So what you would need to do is comb the hair back like so, and again, make sure your hair is damp. You can even use one of my products like 25 spray to help detangle the hair, and it gives it a nice kind of conditioned feel so that you're able to move the hair around a lot easier. This is it right here, and it really allows for you to sculpt the hair. If you click View Products, you can actually get it, but a couple of spritzes right there. And now the comb is gliding right through, right? Then what you do is you push the hair like this. You push down and you create that split, and you keep doing it and keep doing it until, and it may not do it at first, but until the hair splits like so, and you create a natural side parting. Now, again, if this isn't your natural part, what's going to happen is a lot of the times the hair is going to want to move. It's going to want to fall over this way. So you have to continuously do this over and over. And then when you style your hair, then what you do is you blow dry it into place, and then you're going to be in much better shape because you're now able to manipulate the hair and move it. Let's just say you have, same thing, a side parting, and you're like, oh, I can't stand this side parting. Same thing, comb the hair back. What you can do is you can push it forward, and then what I like to do is I'll actually stand from behind, right? And for you, obviously you can't stand from behind, but what you can do is you can actually take the comb. Now these are combs that I sell, but you see right here, you notice how it's got like that little separation right there. No, it's not because it's broken. If you buy one of these, no, it's not because it's broken. This part right here, what it does is it actually helps you to comb through and section the hair. So what I like to do is I like to line this up right here on the bridge of the nose, and then you simply go straight back, right? You go straight back, and that little parting right there, what it does is, here, let's go right here, right in the front. There we go. And it separates, so you're able to find that parting right in the middle, and it really, really makes life so much easier for you. So there is the solution to parting this and changing your part and finding your natural parting. It's something that, everybody has a natural parting, and you just have to embrace it. And it's all right there. Make sure your hair's long enough, make sure you're kind of combing the hair right, pushing it forward, and especially on the sides too. Some people, their hair grows downwards, it grows back, it grows forward. So the natural hair pattern and natural hair growth definitely plays a huge role in the end result. But to find your natural part, that's how you do it. If you want to check out any of the products, you can click on View Products right here down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.